Hey everyone, welcome to Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in the beautiful city of Montreal in Canada. This circuit is a very short circuit with lap times of below 1 minute 8 seconds around. Um, it's a very narrow circuit, so it does have several the unforgiveness of a street circuit, if you will. But overtaking over the years with dirty air has become harder and harder. But it always leads to a very exciting race with variable weather conditions, and of course the infamous Wall of Champions, which you will now see me go through as I start my lap. So let's jump into the lap as a whole first. So of course it's important not to cut the last chicane, otherwise this and the next lap will be invalidated. In the run up to turn 1, brake as wide as you can and turn in as early without cutting the curb. Stay as narrow as you can for the entire stretch of turn 2 onto the power as early as possible. For turn 3, dab the brakes and make sure you take maximum of both curbs to make sure that you carry the most speed you can. This uphill braking zone has a lot of different lines to it. I prefer to take a lot of the curb on the inside. That helps me open up this next straight, which is the second DRS zone. This DRS zone is purely to bring cars closer. This next chicane, it's again mounting both curves on either end, and you will have to run a slightly softer suspension because of it. Going into the hairpin, very hard braking zone, hardest braking zone on the track. Very late apex, third gear acceleration, third or short shift up to fourth if you are getting wheel spin, not required. Open up the DRS as early as you can, not like I did over there, but hopefully you're a better driver than I am. And finally, in the run up to the Wall of Champions, brake as wide as you can. Make sure you do not cut either apex, because you are traveling in speeds excess of 250 kilometers per hour, and that will ruin the entire good work you've done over the course of the lap. So let's get into the setup that I use for the hot lap you just saw. The wings around here, even though it's a track where you have a fairly high number of straights, is 3.7. Rear downforce is important. It's in the multiple traction zones you have. Differential on throttle is 50 with off throttle 52. Suspension geometry is almost maximized for the camber but completely minimized for the toe. Suspension is 1.4. You do ride a lot of the curbs here, so a softer rear suspension will help you on throttle. But for that extra rotation to compensate, you run 3.9 wings for the anti-roll bars with a ride height of 3 and 4. Brake pressure and front bias as usual with any um, time trial. And tires minimum on the fronts but slightly raised on the rear. I hope this is useful to you guys. So folks, I hope you find this track guide for Circuit Gilles Villeneuve useful, and I certainly hope it helps you around the circuit. Thank you.